But no, exactly, Ted. You make a good point. We do not have. I mean, we kind of operate in that way where it's just if it's convenient for us, we just do it, and so that's how we fall into that DoorDash trap.
Yeah.
And breaking out of that is very hard, especially when when the transition is, oh, I just click a couple buttons and the food's here in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then, oh, now I have to spend hours a day and like actually think about what I'm going to eat.
Yeah.
So if you have money, all you have to do is actually just get a chef and both problems solved. Now you're eating good food. Yeah. Now you're eating healthy food and it's still convenient.
That's
I will say
Mr.
definitely.
sorry.
I think we all have the shared experience of like we fucking have our day, we're doing it, and then like somewhere in like a little 5-minute interval, we eat and just shove it in, and we're like, please work here. Yeah. I guess
that's what Mr. Austin show was suggesting to me because I before when we were about to do your stream that stream the Jenga stream. Since Austin's like he's a fit guy, like he seems to have his life together very significantly.
He does, because he doesn't work. He doesn't do anything.
Well, he's got it all figured out, it feels like.
Sounds great. So I was like once a year. Like, yeah, the dude's got time.
So I was like, Austin, how do you stay in shape? Like, what do you do? And he was like, I've got a personal trainer, and then I've also got a private chef. And I was like, damn, okay. And I don't know if I necessarily have the commitment to get a straight up like personal trainer and like a private chef or something like that. It also sounds really, really fucking expensive. But like, is it the same way that Austin was telling me where they just, this chef, they come at the beginning of the week and they like meal prep for the week for you?
Yeah. So basically it's not even private in that way. It's like, it's just a chef that I pay at the beginning of the week. I get a shit ton of Tupperware. They don't even cook in my kitchen.
Right.
They just cook
it.
They get all
I
the
was going to
ingredients.
ask about that. Like, does the person show up and like flip shit in front of you? Just like, all right,
they cook all
good,
the shit
Mr.
at home,
Slap.
and then they bring it to you with some Tupperware, and then it's you pay them weekly, and it actually turns out to be about as expensive as ordering every meal from DoorDash. So which is what I was doing.
Yeah.
So in this case, then the advantage is that it's marginally healthier than I expect than DoorDash.
Yeah, and it tastes better. It tastes better. Yeah, absolutely.
So how long have you been doing this for?
A couple weeks. I was on and off with it for the past couple months, but I decided to commit to it because I realized, wow, this just makes more sense. I thought about it logically for a second.
Yeah,
and I get mostly like grilled chicken meals. She's good at making. My chef is very good at making like sauces and shit.
That's
cool. So
cool.
it looks like there's some cummies on my chicken right now. It's just a delicious sauce. I don't even know what it is.
Delicious.
It's probably
fantastic.
Yeah.
It's probably cummies. It was probably cummies. I might be eating cummies. But,
audio listeners love you to death. There's a little bit of a cummy going on there.
A little bit of cummy on my chicken.
A little bit of refried cummy.
Do you feel?
Now there's a little bit of cummy in my tummy.
Do you feel better? Like, do you not feel? Because one of the things that.
No, it's fine. We just move on in this podcast, don't we? We just keep the fucking ball rolling.
What?
Dude.
Just the fact that was it something Charlie said and I totally missed it, or was it just talking about the coming in my tummy?
Like it was any other day. Now there's a little bit of coming in my tummy, and you were like, "That's great, Schlatt." Now, can I ask you one more question about your personal chef? Like that is an insane thing to say.
Here's the thing about dealing with Schlatt sometimes.
No, it's fine.
He'll find his thing he wants to say. He'll find his explicit thing that he wants to say. And then he'll keep going unless you stop him.
What's in there, man? What's in there
from the topic? Because like
what's
you can
in what?
You're sniffing.
You gotta understand, and the listeners here gotta understand too. Schlatt could talk about the cummy in his tummy for 5 hours straight if he had to. If it was making him money and people were listening to him, he's gonna keep going.
I love the way it feels dripping down my esophagus.
Yeah, see what I'm talking about?
Christ.
Tell me that I'm wrong. He loves talking about cum.
No, you're right. And that's fine.
I'm just living my best self. I got a chef now.